Phainon's full V1 beta kit will be known June 20th, but we already know a lot about him. Phainon is a physical destruction unit. His technique will execute small enemies just like Acheron, but an area the size of Firefly's technique. But there is more. Against enemies which cannot be destroyed by his technique, the technique will grant energy to all allies upon entering battle. Phainon's ultimate makes him change form and creates a territory. A territory is a new game mechanic introduced with Castoris' release. Castoris has won with her ultimate. These territories seem to have large visual effects. Importantly, there can only exist one territory at the same time. We will probably not know the full interaction yet until the beta, but it will probably be such that when Castoris' dragon is out, either Phainon won't be able to use his ultimate, or when he does use his ultimate, it cancels Castoris' ultimate. So when Phainon uses his ultimate, he creates a territory and changes form, and will have 3 different actions to choose from. From the current leaks it seems that he can switch between single target, blast and AO attacks. When he casts his ultimate, all other allies will leave the field. This is kind of like Hulei's 1v1, except it is Phainon versus all the enemies. When Phainon uses his ultimate, he gains several extra actions. When exiting his ultimate, he will deal massive damage just like Netherwing. Phainon does not rely on energy to use his ultimate. He has a stacking mechanic like Acheron and Phainon. He will be able to stack it himself by attacking, and he gains stacks by getting buffed by both allies and enemies. These buffs have to be targeting Phainon specifically. It seems like Sunday will be in Phainon's best team because of the action advance, and because both his skill and ultimate are targeting buffs, which will charge Phainon's ultimate. We also recently got a leak about the new Dan Hang altar, which is going to release in Amphoreus. He will be a preservation unit. First he was rumored to have the fire element, but a more recent leak said that currently he is physical, but that the element is still very subject to change. However, we got more interesting information about his kit. He will probably be the best sustained option for Phainon. Preservation Dan Hang will apply buffs that allow teammates to summon a Drago. This summon will be considered the teammate summoned creature. That means that after Phainon activates his ultimate, the dragon remains because it is treated as Phainon's summoned creature. This in and of itself seems to make this Dan Hang tailor-made to Phainon. It is also very likely that that buff, which summons the dragon, counts towards Phainon's ultimate stacks. An earlier leak said that Saritra will be a support character which buffs single targets by giving them extra turns. Extra turns are different than action advances. Phainon's best team will probably be with Sunday, the new Dan Hang, and Saritra. A recent leak also said that Phainon's E1 makes it so that when his ultimate ends, he will restore energy to all allies. Phainon will most likely raise the damage ceiling again and become the most powerful DPS on release. We of course have no way of knowing, but a lot of people are expecting it because of his central role in this story. And this is of course HSR, and we have seen it happen before. Patch 3.3 is kind of a sleeper patch just like the patch before Phaixiao's release. Then on Phaixiao's release she became the strongest unit for the content at the time at a baseline. And the HP inflation went nuts. It is not unlikely that the same thing will happen again with Phainon. At the same time, it is likely that the meta focus will shift away from AoE content, which will make Phainon even better, considering that he will be able to deal with all enemy formations. That was it for Phainon leaks. However, we still have some other reliable leaks. Serene is rumored to be the 3rd territory character. She will be a support and made to support the new March 7th. Yes, there will be a new March 7th 5-star, and she will be a DPS. Next, we have more information on the buffs for old characters which are coming in patch 3.4. Silver Wolf's skill will implant the weakness of the first ally on the team. Her ultimate will reduce the defense of all enemies. the base chance to apply debuffs will increase. Blade's attack multipliers of his basic attack, follow-up attack, and ultimate will be converted to HP multipliers. For his E1, accumulated lost HP will no longer be cleared, which means that he will reach the cap more easily. And when reaching the cap, it will stay that way for the entire fight. His third trace will additionally restore energy. And when using skill, the taunt value is increased by 100%. Kafka's talent will be adjusted so that any attack used by allies can trigger her follow-up attacks. And those follow-up attacks can trigger dots. Jinyu's attack multipliers will all be converted to HP multipliers, just as with Blade. That is also true for her E1. Furthermore, upon entering Spectral Transmigration, she will immediately gain 1 stack of Syzygy, the attack bonus from Spectral Transmigration, and her E4 will be changed to a stackable crit damage increase. That was it for all the leaks for now. We will get more Phainon information soon, and his full kit in about 2 weeks. Consider subscribing if you want to follow the leaks like this. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.